When I look back, I can see that I was a professional con artist. A con artist, which is a derivative of confidence artist, manipulates people to establish trust for the purpose of gaining a profit. Before judging, there are two kinds of con artists: those who break the law and those who don't. I was the kind of con artist who stayed on the right side of the law. I was actually licensed by several states to perform my duties. But, legal or not, I was still guilty of being a con artist. My career as an insurance agent began with a con. Part of the interview process with insurance companies is to take a personality test that gauges your potential for success in the insurance sales career. I failed the test 3 times within an hour. However, the hiring manager was so desperate to hire me that he sat down and took the test for me and passed. I knew that it was wrong and was a bad start, but I said nothing and entered into a career that was telling me wasn't cut out for it. After product and sales training, I began selling health and life insurance to families and small business owners. I performed well and presented the products honestly to my prospective customers. Even though I had entered the career under false pretenses, I kept my nose clean as a sales agent. Within a year with the agency, I was asked by the manager who hired me to be the manager of a sales unit in his agency, a group of 8 agents. I was tasked with getting them to sell more policies, as well as interview and hire new agents, where I caved in and went down the wrong road. My duties changed significantly when I transitioned to being a manager. As an agent, I was expected to bring in new customer applications at least 3 times weekly. As a unit manager, I was no longer responsible for soliciting new business, but I was charged with reviewing all of the applications the agents in my unit submitted and hiring new agents. Unfortunately, more than half of the agents I inherited as a new unit manager had questionable character. They weren't the type of people you'd let watch your home for you when you went out of town or babysit your children. Some of the business they submitted was also questionable. I didn't believe all of the information they recorded on the application was entirely truthful, but I accepted their new business despite feeling leery about the paperwork. My challenge was meeting my weekly quota of new applications as a unit manager. It was quite steep, and I had begun taking on the corporate mindset of just get the check and don't sweat the details. With a young family at home and my income being all we had coming in, keeping food on the table and a roof over our heads had started to dull my perception of right and wrong. I was also asked by my manager to hire agents who had been released by other insurance agencies in town who were known to be bad actors. I did as requested, and I felt dirtier by the day. My worst transgression came the day my manager asked me to sit in on a meeting in which he terminated an agent. The agent had been with the company for quite some time, but my manager, for reasons I still don't know, decided to end his employment. That agent was over the age of 65 when he was released. During that meeting, my manager told the agent, "This is a young man's game. I'm letting you go." I flinched as soon as I heard him say it. I knew that not only was it wrong to do, but it was a clear violation of the age discrimination laws and opened us up to facing a possible lawsuit. As if that scene wasn't ugly enough, it got worse when the terminated agent left the office. My manager told me he realized after he said it, that his comment to the agent was illegal. He was sorry he said it not because of how it surely made the agent feel, but that he could be sued or terminated for saying it. He then posed the question that painted me into a corner. If I need to go to court, will you testify that I never made that statement? I remember pausing, my mind turning 1,000 miles an hour. All I saw at that moment was my young family's faces and going home that day without a job or an income. I finally responded, "Yes, I will." I felt horrible for going along with his scheme when I left his office, and I still feel terrible about it today. I don't know what became of that agent or if he ever filed a lawsuit. I left the company soon after that event happened. I wish I could say I left on moral grounds, but I didn't. I left to make more money. As far as I'm concerned, I sold my soul to that company and that manager. Finding freedom. Little did I know when I left the company and the agency that I would regain my soul by changing my environment, which is something I should have done the day my manager submitted the bogus personality test results that got me hired. I learned many things from that experience. Trust your gut instincts. If deep down you feel that something isn't right, don't proceed. If you believe in God, have faith that He will take care of you and guide you to a better place. If you feel you're compromising your morals at work or elsewhere, a change in your environment or workplace can make a world of difference in your career trajectory and job satisfaction level. It's better to sleep with a clear conscience at night than do something questionable during the day. Choose your manager wisely. You'll have to live with your decision. Interview them as thoroughly as they do you, if not more so. Don't work with someone you wouldn't give the key to your home or let babysit your children. Thankfully, everything has worked out for me. I began writing part-time in 2007 and transitioned to being a full-time freelance writer in 2019. Has it been a smooth ride since I left the insurance business? Definitely not. But I'm at peace professionally, and I always try to do the right thing. I don't always succeed, but I have my soul back and trust that God is my back no matter what.